English translation, 389th contact. Thursday, 19th May, 2005, 23:07 hours.
It is a great pleasure for me to see you again. Salome, dear Edward, may I hug you?
Be warmly welcome and greeted, girl. It delights me very much that you are here again, and also did the correction work with Bernadette and me. Hug? It is an honor, so do not let me keep you from...
Thank you. It was a great need.
Thanks, too. If I may ask you right at the beginning of your visit, Ta told me that you would give me some predictions.
That is correct, but there is not much to report that would be extraordinary. Ta told me that only predictions that fall outside the usual norm should be mentioned. But such events are few and far between in the next few days, at least until next Thursday. So it is true that in a larger area of Austria, unusually heavy storms will cause very big damage, while in Mexico, the Colimo volcano's strong activity will again cause everyone to talk about what is happening. Then a completely senseless thing will happen, because a Frenchman will fly with a helicopter to the so-called roof of the world, that is to say to Mount Everest, and land there. A thing that is completely incomprehensible to us, because with the earthly people, only the senseless purpose is connected with appearing as a hero, as was recently the case with the man who circled the world half-running for about 5 years. This also includes the absurdity of the man who marched on foot and on skis and sledges to the North Pole and back again. But such extreme nonsensical things, which only serve the purpose of megalomania and morbid self-affirmation, have been found in countless numbers among terrestrial human beings since time immemorial, and especially in the new age of so-called extreme sports. Indeed, such things of extreme form are completely useless and testify to a sick self-esteem of those people who do them. Not infrequently, they are not able to live if they cannot indulge in extremism, and are not cheered by stupid people who consider the supposed heroic deeds to be special achievements, which they truly are not and are devoid of all rationality. Neither does the whole thing have anything to do with a thirst for adventure, for this is formed completely differently. In fact, in this respect, one can only speak of wanton danger to life and health, and of careless nonsense. Extreme sports of any kind, including extreme climbing of mountains, extreme swimming over unusually long distances, long-distance races that are hazardous to health, as well as speed and competition races with motorcycles, cars, ships, and aircraft, and many other things, are completely nonsensical and criminal, which is why they should be forbidden. This is quite apart from the fact that not only the explosion engines of such equipment used for such extreme sports, but also many other extreme sports damage the environment through exhaust fumes and pollute and destroy nature, which is also done by tourism, as well as by mass hikers who throw their rubbish everywhere and thereby damage the ecosystem of nature. And regarding the inability to live, it should also be said that more and more humans are committing suicide because they are unable to follow the path of life due to their effeminacy. In particular, the effeminacy and inability to live is due to overpopulation, because the more offspring are produced, the greater the problem becomes, because there is no longer any bond between humans, and all necessary interpersonal and loving connections are lacking. Hardly anyone still thinks about his or her neighbor. Everyone lives only for themselves and for their own well-being without caring for their neighbor. Furthermore, only luxury and pleasure are the order of the day, but no love for one's fellow human, no true freedom, no inner and outer peace, no balance and harmony. Very many humans live only in self-chosen forms and think they will find their happiness in these. But exactly the opposite is the case, because the rule is that this lifestyle leads to misery and hardship as well as to self-destruction. And once the human being has taken this path, he or she sinks further and further into the self-prepared abyss in which suicide ultimately lurks. But now, Edward, I would like to invite you to come with me in my flying machine, because I would like to show you some things that will certainly interest you.
Gladly, but what is it about?
I do not want to tell you, because it is supposed to be a surprise. Let us go now.